My name is Stephen with a V, middle initial G, Erickson, E-R-I-C-K-S-O-N. The OJ trial, if that were, if they had more filming going on, there would be a lot more, less mistakes made. They didn't know what they were doing to do it right on camera. They didn't have enough practice. Same thing in Connecticut. If judges were filmed every day, they'd be more responsive to the public needs because they'd be on camera. Behind the scenes, when they're talking to lawyers, those shouldn't be for general dissemination, but it should be kept that way. A lawyer can't be told to lose a case or threatened by a judge. Also, there should be filming of a prosecutor with the defendant to make sure that things are properly done. If there was filming in courts, I would not be here in front of you. I was current on 3 mortgages. I had a small business in Western Mass with 4 Yellow Page ads. I went to legislators proposing civilian oversight of police, and I wanted courts to be responsible to all, as far as serve everybody equally. I wrote a letter to President Bush on 9/15/01. I was attacked by a police informant 10/11/01, and then I was continued to be attacked 6 more times. I told Senator Guglielmo that I was attacked each of the times. I told Senator Kissel what was happening on my other property, and police had told me that I was to shut my mouth and to leave the state. So I believe I was on the secret file that the Connecticut State Police had for going after people that propose civilian oversight of police, or if you try to do if you're a citizen and you propose any type of restrictions on police or on the courts, they go after you. Judge Jonathan Kaplan, I tried to have him removed for bias in civil courts. And I tried to have the prosecutor at Rockville Court removed also. So he was the judge that sat on my case. He told me, and smiled at me and said, "You're guilty and you're going to prison." Connecticut State police officers told me that I was going to prison before I had trial. For 5 years, I have not been able to get a job, an apartment, a house, anything. My life is ruined. I had a daughter. She's a National Honor Society student. Wanted to help her through college. 5 years. For the rest of my life, am I supposed to not be able to get a job? Am I not supposed to be able to get a house because of abuse? Police misconduct and judicial misconduct. If there was a camera when the prosecutor said no AR, for $100 I could have had assault third and breach of peace. I was beaten on my property. Beaten. And I got arrested. They wouldn't take my statement for over a month. And if there was cameras in the court, they wouldn't have gotten away with the trial that was done. I would like you, representatives, to review my case in Rockville for how it was conducted. It's just an abomination of justice. A person can stand the stand, said they admitted threatening my life to the judge while asking for money. Also admitting that he attacked me 6 more times he attacked me. Why did I go to prison? 3 years probation. I never had any alcohol or drug problems. I was sentenced to that. I was sentenced to see a psychiatrist or a psychologist twice a week. That's just out and out abuse. The only job I've had was down in New Orleans as an insurance adjuster. I was making $2,600 a week after taxes. I got fired when they did a background check. So is the rest of my life supposed to be ruined because I moved to Connecticut? I fixed up boarded up properties, 2 of them, 9 apartments, $500,000 worth of property, and a small business that I built over 20 years. All gone because I proposed legislation to you elected officials, and then I end up in prison. What would you, cameras in the courtroom would protect the people that are abused by police that are going, like that reporter Ken is going after? I'm probably on the same list. So if there's cameras in the courtroom and those cases are reviewed, we could find out what judges and prosecutors have ruined lives. The only way that you can go after a judge for wrongdoing is if there's cameras in the courtroom.
Are you finished?
Go ahead.
No, I wanted to just make sure that if any members of the committee had any questions, that they have an opportunity. We understand your testimony and appreciate it. If there are no questions from members of the committee, no, I thank you for your testimony today and for coming out.
But there is going to be no way to prosecute judges or prosecutors for doing wrong unless there's cameras.
I understand that. Thank you very much.